Hello viewers, so this is the second part of the MS Excel analysis session of a research or a study. In the previous session we just did this simple analysis, a summary and a chart on the database that we developed for the study. Now in this second part we will be doing it in more detail with independent variables and also to see the data from different aspects. So let's start. The link of the part 1 is given in the description. Watch that must. Is equal to count ifs. We are doing it for the first question, and the similar type of table you can use for the other questions also. Count ifs, go to the database. This is the first column. Select it, lock it, comma, go again to the analysis and select this criteria. Strongly disagree. Count the frequency of strongly disagree in this column C. This column C in this database. So this is 3 as we already have done that. Now I just want to copy, paste because I have locked the column range here. Now the percentages, that is simple. We have the total. How many? We have 28. So you can add here a total also, no issue. And sum this column. You can see sum and enter. Now what was the percentage? Is equal to this divided by this total. And now here this total should be locked so that when I drag it down, so it should not go down with the rows. So I will apply F4 on this next one. Copy, paste, and now you just need to select it and change it to percentage, center, and now you can obtain a sum of these percentages which will give you 100%. If it gives you 100% or 1, so it's correct. If it's not 100% or 1, so it's not correct. The simple way to verify is that. Now this was the overall. Now let's do it by the locations. Okay, so the same formula I'm going to use, but now I will have to add another criteria for location also. What? How? Is equal to count ifs, go to the database, select your column, lock it, comma, go to the analysis, select the same criteria. Now I will not stop here because I need another criteria for the location. So comma, give it a comma, go to the DB, and there select now the location column. This is the location column. Lock it with F4, comma, and in the quotation mark use the location or go to the analysis and select that location and then close the bracket and enter. So here you can see from location A the strongly disagree frequency is 0. Now I want to drag it below also, but here what I have to do, I have locked the columns in the database, but here this one strongly agree. I would like to lock it on the column so that when I drag it this side, so it should not move, and so I will lock it only on the column, not on the rows. So before D I will use the dollar sign. So column is locked. Now here in this one, this is also a range. So either you can do it simply with quotation marks because there are only 3 locations, or you can use it like this. But what you will have to do, these are the merge cells. So you will have to lock here the row, not the column. Here we have locked the column. Here we will lock the row so that it may not go down into the rows when I am. It should go to the columns because I would like here against B location and here against C location. If you didn't get the point regarding these locking, so you can do it simply with quotation marks also, or you can watch it again. Simply A. You can do it like this also. Or You can do it when you copy and paste it here. So you can do it manually also if it's still there. So you can just drag it here. And now let's go here. So we have against, there are three frequencies of strongly disagree: 0 from location A, 2 from location B, and 1 from location C. So copy this, paste it here. Let's take a total of every cell copy, and I am just copying and pasting it so that we may have. Okay, now here the frequency would be as equal to this divided by this, and I will lock this one. Now you can see I can drag it below here and just select it and apply percentage and make it to the center. So here you can see now by location A. Now let's do it on location B. This is location B. This is drag it location C. Now let's obtain the same percentage from for this one. So is equal to, now I will use this one and lock it with dollar sign F4. Okay, apply percentage. Now here also is equal to this divided by the total and lock it and apply the center and apply this percent. Now drag it below. So you can see this one is also 100, 100, 100, so it's correct. The data is correct. Now you can see that the frequency of strongly disagree is 11%, which is 0 from location A, 20% from location B, and 13% from location C. So mostly the strongly disagree against the first question is from location B. So you can analyze it like this. Let's see it by gender also, so that we may have all the calculations easily available. You can see here the strongly disagree is 32%, which is the highest, and the agree also 32%. So both of them combined are 32, 32, 64%. Now you can see it's from location A 30% and 50% from location B this. So the agree and strongly disagree responses are mostly from location A. Now by gender. So the same function I will use, but instead of location column, I will now use gender column. How? Is equal to count ifs, small bracket, go to db, again select the same question because I am doing the same question analysis. If press F4 to lock this, then comma, go to the analysis and select the criteria for that column, which is agree, not agree, neutral, etc. because in that column we have only these options. Then a comma. Now I want it by gender, so go to the database and select the gender column. Now gender column, press F4 to lock it, comma, go to the analysis sheet. Now here you can select the same gender cell, or you can type it in the quotation mark. So select this male and close the bracket. Now here also I would like to lock some of the cells. For this one, it should be locked by the column, same as we did before. And this one should be locked by the rows. So before the row, I would like to add a dollar sign, or you can simply do it like this also. Just remove this and type here male, and then copy this whole formula along with this equal to, paste it here and change this male to female. You can do it like this also. Now let's make them center, copy and paste it here. So you can see, copy and paste it here. So you can see these are the responses. Now let's take the percentage. So this divided by this total, F4 on the total. Paste it, you can see 100%, so it's correct. Here also, this divided by here on this, lock it, select, copy, paste. And Now you can see that the agree and not agree overall is 32%. But on the gender side, 43, 36, 21, 29. So it shows that the agreement on this question is mostly from the male side, not from the female side. And here you can see this neutral response. This is overall 18%. This is from the location, but here you can see on the gender side, it's lesser than the female side. You see, it's on the female side 29% and the male side is 7%. So mostly female are neutral against this question. So you can analyze this in this way, and now you can just copy and paste these tables below and do the same for the next question. For example, this was for this question. So copy this question, go to analysis and type it here, paste it here. This is on this question. Now the next question, for example, is this one. Okay, so go to the analysis, double click, paste it. Now here you see what was the column for the first question. The column for the first question was C. Now the column for the next question is D, while for the location and gender it would be the same. So D column. So here you can see everywhere this C column is used. Now you can select, just copy this range, this the column C range, C2 to C29, copy it, then select this whole table, this one, Control F, paste that here, C2 to C29, and replace it with D2 to D29. So you will have the complete analysis against the next question. Replace all. But this selection should not be removed because I want this replace all in this selection only. Replace. Okay, close. Now this is column D. You can see here everywhere we have column D, while for location and gender we have the same column, so we have not changed it. So this is against the question 2. Now you can copy paste, go there, select the next question. If the responses are similar, so you can do it easily with that if the responses are similar. Now here in this third question we have column E, so I will just go here, copy this, Control F. Here also they have used D, so now I will find D and replace it with E column. Replace. Okay, close. So this is analysis for question 3. Now the fourth question is different one. There are options are different. So now we will have first to make a table for these options. So this is also very simple. Go there, paste it here. Now what is the question? The question is this one. Select it, paste it here. Now this one is in column F. Okay, this is column F. So here, what I would do, first I will bring here the options. What are the options here? These are the options, extremely satisfied, mostly. So how can I get these options from here easily? Because these are repeated. I will just select this whole column, copy, go to the analysis sheet, paste it somewhere in the blank area, go to data. This is the remove duplicate, column K, OK, OK. So now you see these are the 5 options. Mostly satisfied, somewhat satisfied, extremely satisfied, neither satisfied nor dissatisfied, somewhat. If you want to change the order, so you can change the order, copy and paste them here. If these are exactly the 5, if these are less, so you can remove those rows. Now you can see everything is 0 because it's referring to column E. Now we want column F. So simply again I will do what? Select this table. This is, I will now find column E and replace it with column F. Replace. Okay, okay. So you have the analysis against the fourth question. And similarly, you can do for the rest of the questions also. This was simply an analysis how to do analysis in simple ways. You can do this on the pivot table also. Simply select this whole table, go to insert, go to pivot table. Okay, now here is I have already done some sessions on pivot table, and that I have already explained it very well, so you can see the links in the description. Anyhow, here in the columns, you see here this was in the rows and these are in the columns. So what I will do in the columns, I will use gender first, because pivot table will do it on one thing only. If you use location also, so it would be a confused table then. Now I would like to do the analysis on this question. Okay, so let's bring this question to the rows. You see, agree, disagree, not agree. Now what I am going to do, I am going to calculate. So in the values, what I am going to calculate, I am going to calculate the same thing. You see, so the same question I have brought to the rows also and to the values also. And you can see here from the female and male side, these are the quantity, the numbers, these numbers. It has given you only these numbers. This one, the overall one, and on the male and female side. So it has given you these three columns. You see, total, male and female side. Now for the percentage, you will have to do that here also, here. So that you can do simply if you want to obtain the percentages. So simply is equal to this divided by the total of this column, if 4. Paste, paste. You can see now here you have the this one. Oh, sorry. This was for this column. Now here I will change the column, the denominator column. And here also I will change the denominator. So you can see these are the percentages now. These are the percent, these are the frequencies, but from the pivot table, if you want to do some designing, etc., so you will have to copy it and paste it below so that the pivot table is removed. So now here you can say by gender, and this is the percentages and these are the frequencies. So you can do it like this also, but with the count if and sum if you have the option to use your own design table and the way you want to present it. So you can do it like that very easily. And the overall, that was very simple. Here you can do it like that. If you have some questions, so comment. I would like to respond, and will also develop some tutorials if you have some questions which are not addressed with the responses. Dear viewers, we have started this YouTube channel. There are free of cost learning tutorial on if you want to learn Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Access, PowerPoint, MS Word, other learning tips. So we have detailed playlist and there are hundreds of tutorials on Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, how to design presentation, Microsoft Access, how to develop databases and manage data, online data collection, learning Google Form, KOBO, MS Forms. If you visit this channel, you can find lots of video tutorials. Kindly support us, visit the channel. For example, in MS Excel, you will find these sessions in a proper sequence. For example, in MS Excel playlist, we have this basic session and then session 2, 3, 4. So if you start learning these sessions, so from the start, you can go ahead and you will find in a sequence sessions on Microsoft basics, data analysis, conditional formatting, pivot tables, use of if, concatenate formulas, dependent drop down list, validation, name managers, VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP function, F function, advanced use of count, F in some ifs, how to find duplicates, tricks and tips related to Microsoft Excel, how to develop search boxes, searchable drop down list, aggregate functions, tracking performance of the projects or any other analysis of research that you have conducted, for example, school function, other such studies. There are sessions on how to develop beautiful charts, attractive charts, speedometers, dashboards in Microsoft Excel. Similarly, in PowerPoint also you will find how to design beautiful presentation in PowerPoint, how to do in MS Access also you will find all these sessions in proper sequence. The Access tutorials playlist, there are almost 8 sessions. In session 1 you will find the basics, how to create tables, queries, forms, and then you will go on with advanced options in Microsoft Access. Similarly, you will find tutorial on how to collect online data, Google Form, KOBO, MS Form. You will find also the use of MS Word, the mail merge functions. There are sessions on SPSS also, so you can learn SPSS if you need to do some analysis in SPSS. There is a series on project management also, how to conduct need assessment studies. Kindly support us, visit the channel, watch, learn, and improve your productivity. Thank you so much.